What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? This your boy Enlightened, Luciferian scammer. Prince once again. I'm coming at you. I couldn't even hold a straight face saying that shit. Hey, I'm coming at y'all once again with another video because I wanted to do another take on the UCC1 and basically digging into the fundamentals about why I said it in my previous video, why it is wrong as you being the debtor. Now, people can take it how they want. It is what it is. I have the knowledge and the information and the paperwork to back it up. Not bias, not conjecture. Information, facts, and proof. So if you're watching this video around children, please, I ask you, remove them from your immediate vicinity. Yes, my videos are not for children. YouTube knows that, and now you know. If this is your first time viewing my channel, like and subscribe. Make sure when you actually subscribe, you hit that bell, so every time I post a video, such as this one right here, you'll be notified for when I post new content. You won't be left outside the loop. Now, going into the designation of why I tell people that UCC1s are wrong is because they put themselves down as the debtor entity, and then they also put themselves down as the particular secure party, but they file their proper name in that space. Now, your collateral might be correct, or your particular domicile, or wherever. And I always tell people, your UCC1 is definitely wrong when you try to use a P.O. box. You cannot use a P.O. box. If you read the instructions carefully to filing a UCC1, it has to be to a physical domicile. What you may call residence in commercial terms, you call domicile in terms of actual natural person, because that's only where you can domicile. You may domicile freely wherever you wish to, but a lot of people try to use a P.O. box. That is not an address. However, if you live in a mailbox, which I'm highly sure you really don't, you cannot use a P.O. box on a UCC1 return file as an address. Now, I know some people are like, well, I did it. It's incorrect. And I'm here to enlighten you on the fact that it has to be a legitimized domicile, period. The instructions clearly tells you do not use a P.O. box. Now, I know people might skip over the instructions because they might not read them, but you cannot. A P.O. box is not a physical address where you reside. That is a commercial venue. If you are supposed to be using the UCC1 to get yourself into a private sector, then you have to use your private residence. I know that might be a little scary for some people, but if you want them to send you an acknowledgement, then leave an email address. They'll send you an acknowledgement. I've proven it to you in previous videos, and yes, they'll send you an acknowledgement, saying it's filed, and giving you an exact copy of what the documentation you filed. Now, the debtor entity is not you. This is the reason why I try to express to people. And this is something that a lot of these YouTube gurus do not want to disclose. The debtor entity that you are calling your straw man is really the trust. But if you look at the Social Security card, the Social Security card lets you know what entity created the trust, which is the corporation United States. So, hint, hint. Now, when it comes to the secondary debtor, a lot of people really have been clueless about that. And you have to understand that particularly, most people are like, well, it's the hospital I was born. The hospital can't be the debtor. That's impossible. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, that's what I heard. Okay, you heard it, but that's not how it works in commercial law. Commercial law for the per UCC1 Article 9 is a superior security interest placed over the individual who's actually holding themselves as the creditor over the debtor. So you are supposed to be the secure party, and that's the only place you're supposed to put your name, except for the save this for part, which is the collateral. So for everyone that has a particular UCC1 where they are the debtor, I'm sorry to break your heart. Sorry to break your confidence a little bit. It's not worth it. Because that number that's on that form It's supposed to be your Treasury Direct Trust number for all your documentations in order for you to squash your debt. And now you see why disinformation has been placed out there on the internet. And you just learned a very significant truth in less than 6 minutes. Yes, people. Revise your documentation. Don't be afraid. Hey, the public school system should have taught us, hey, man, failure. You didn't pass the test. But the only way you're going to learn is by correction. Correction. Simple as that. There's nothing wrong with correction. Yeah, we've all been wrong. Trust me. I've been on this journey for quite some time. And I learned through failure. No gurus, no YouTube. I've been on this journey way before I even started YouTube. Straight. I only jumped online in my own personal journey when I knew I had it right. Otherwise, I wouldn't even open my mouth. I had to go through a lot of mistakes. Thought I knew it all. People just sit here and try to use and enforce the UCC1. You can't, because you're not even a secure party creditor with a functional UCC1 on the Secretary of State's database. You're not even there. So why are you signing tickets using UCC 1308 and you don't even have a functional UCC1 on file? You're out of your mind. You have to have a functional UCC1 filed every 5 years. Yes. So if you go back to your documentation, it's over 5 years, dead. They take that number, it's gone. It's wiped off the UCC database. Yep. Straight facts. Now, I'm not here to challenge anybody. I'm not here to even try to start a debate or an argument. I'm here to enlighten you on how this stuff works. You cannot invoke UCC1 and you are not a secure party creditor. You can't. You cannot. It is impossible for you to invoke that. Because trust me, when you go to court and you say that you this and you that, you're a secure party creditor, trust me, you don't know what's behind that computer screen when that judge is up there typing. You saying you this and you that. Trust me, they'll find out who you are. They know. You think they don't? Or you just that naive? You think that you're just going to go in there and try to persuade them to make them alleviate the debt? No, it's your responsibility to alleviate the debt through the private side, not the public. Trust me, they'll never admit this in public. That's another significant truth in less than 8 minutes. Been there, done that. Trust me. Been there. Got the receipts to prove it. And a lot of people need to understand that. There's nothing wrong with your paperwork being wrong. Just fix it. Stop paying oodles and oodles of dollars to people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Straight. And please, stop asking people to do paperwork for you. Nobody can be sovereign for you but yourself. Nobody can be a secure party creditor but yourself. Nobody can appear in court for you but yourself. Nobody can discharge your debts for you but yourself. You are solely responsible for your own deal. That's the truth. Now, if this is not for you, lock that video off and go back to dreamland. Or become proactive. Stop looking at educational videos as entertainment and get proactive. Fundamental fact. Now I know a lot of people are like, well, what do I do? What do I read? A lot of stuff I'm never going to say online. I'm not going to bend my wrist. That's why I tell people, email me. Contact me via email. Simple. It's very easy. People who can validate my statements in this video, please validate my statements in the comment section. Yeah. Straight. Fundamentally true. But lately, I not feel anymore. I felt like People are trying to discredit me for some odd reason. They've been trying for years. One thing about the truth, you can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. Tried, but tried for years. Hey, I'm gonna keep kicking it like it comes. So, in short, I just realized I had a lack of profanity in this video. You know what? I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Y'all got it. But anywho, anyone that needs help and corrections with their UCC1, I'm trying to figure out exactly why this is implemented, let me leave the video off on this note. When the United States declared bankruptcy in 1933, this was an alternate method that they assigned through the quote-unquote, what do you call it? Bretton Woods Agreement, which basically was July 22nd, 1944. Which basically was like this private organization, private banking, private relations through the International Monetary Fund. And basically, in and of itself, it was to ensure that since we took the people's ability to pay a debt, we now are responsible for paying their debts for them. Now, this was hidden because as long as we can keep the remedy hidden from the people, then the people will forever be slaves and individuals who are basically captive to our financial will. And this is a problem that has had tremendous effects amongst populations for people across the world through the International Monetary Fund. So, with that being said, this is the reason why they hid this remedy. As I tell people all the time before, time and time again, this is something you should have never known about in the first place. So just feel privileged in and of yourself, even if you doubt that you have been given insight into something you should have never known about. And with such clarity and with such particular references and actual execution, trust me, highly successful. Peace, light, love. Like I said, your first time viewing this channel, like and subscribe. Doesn't hurt. It's an investment for your future if you wish to have one. Irrespective of what's going on around you, trust me, it's been going around you your whole life. It's just that now your eyes are open to it, and you're more aware, hyper aware of what you need to do, and now you have a solution on how to take care of it. Simple as that. What more do I need to say? And this fucking beard got me looking like Nebuchadnezzar out this bitch. Like, for real. I had to break form real quick because I said, what the fuck? Like, straight. Sometimes I be asleep. I be freaking out. I be thinking something on my face. And it is. I'm thinking just fucking shit be flying in my mouth and shit. And I had to break character. I'm sorry. I just kidding. That shit be looking for. Like, what the fuck? You know? But yeah. It grows. Like I said, hyaluronic acid, man. Vitamin C serum. It works. It works. Trust me. Anywho. Y'all stay tuned. Take care. Peace, light, love. Stay tuned for the next upload. And if your UCC1 is wrong, if you want to get it right, contact me. Serious inquiries only. And agents, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Straight, fuck you. It was coming eventually, so you already knew that. But yeah. I'm out.